So, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Um, yeah, I've been wanting to do one of these for a long, long time, but I haven't put all the parts together. And today I have a reason to. Tomorrow I'm getting on a plane. I'm going back home to Chile to visit my grandma who's very sick. And it's kind of a bummer way to start a blog, but it's a journey, and it's a journey I've taken many times down to Chile, you know. So right now it's what, like minus 20 here in Calgary. I'm going to Santiago. It's minus, and it's like 30 degrees over there. So radical change in address, temperature, latitude, longitude. So this is the first of what I hope to be many vlogs, and let's talk about film. You know, let's talk about pop culture. Let's talk about all these other things. Let's talk about cats who are ever present. She knew the camera came on, so right. She wanted to be on camera. So yeah, I won't be here with my co-host all the time, but this is going to be a hard one to start. But I hope to move past it and to do something really interesting with it. You know, I've seen a lot in the world, and I'm getting older, and I still haven't gotten a manual as to how to do this properly. So let's see what we get. Walking over to my car. It's not a bad day. Did I say minus 20? It's actually about minus 11. I like before I leave the house. There's geese overhead. Before I leave the house, I like to check Siri and ask her what the temperature is. Temperature in Calgary.
It's minus 11 degrees Celsius outside.
But Siri says burr when there's like minus 2, so I don't think she's tempered for Canadian weather. Something to work on. They should have like a Canadian adjustment to Siri, you know. Maybe when it's like minus 10, be like, you know what, it's a little chilly. When it's minus 20, it's like, you know, better go start your car. It's quiet. So, yeah. Let's go for a drive. I figured out why I'm doing this. I don't want to be alone with my thoughts anymore. You know, I want to talk about what's on my mind, and you know, usually it's nothing major, but I think I want to have conversations with people, and I want to see how far these conversations can go. Like what's the furthest I can talk to somebody in some other part of the world and find some sort of commonality, because you know, in this world, the powers that be sit there and try to find things that make us. They try to point out the things that are different, whereas I like to find things that we have in common. That's I got that from George Carlin, actually. George Carlin would look for the things that people all over the world could identify with, you know? Like walking into a room and forgetting why you went in there in the first place. You know? That happens to everybody, no matter where you're from. Oh yeah, and so today is January 6th. So in some countries it's Three Kings Day. Traditionally it's this is the day when Chilean people actually take their trees down. In Chile they call it Pascua de los Negros, which is the Christmas of black people. I mean, Chile really didn't have slaves, but in a lot of Latin American countries there was a a lot of slaves brought over from Africa, and they really weren't allowed to finish or to celebrate Christmas on time. So they're like, you do it on the 6th, when the 3 kings showed up, and well, there was one black one, so you can celebrate that Christmas. So traditionally, on January 6th is when Chileans take down their tree. So that's what I'm doing tonight. And yeah, and just I wanted to show you, well, not show you. No, I am going to show you because I can do that. There's this thing I found. It was a Zen Pencils article. That was pretty cool. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to check out any Zen Pencils comics. He takes like little stories from important people in history and whatnot, and they're cartoon quotes from inspirational folks, is what he calls them. So this one is from Alan Watt. It says, "What would you like to do if money were no object? How would you really enjoy spending your life?" And he was talking to a bunch of school kids, and they said stuff like, "Well, we want to be painters. I would like to be poets. I would like to be writers. We'd like to go outdoors and everything." It's like, but everybody knows you can't make any money doing that. And they finally get down to something which the individual says they really want to do. I will say to them, you do that and forget the money. Because, and basically, you could sit there and work a life and do something that makes money. And then work your entire life a job you don't want to do to pay for things. At the end, you get to your life and it's like, well, I didn't do anything that I wanted to do. I just worked. I worked to live, and it wasn't enough, So if you wanna raise horses, raise horses, and the money will come later, because it says, within all that time, if you spend long enough doing the things that you love, you will eventually become good at it. You will eventually become an expert, and you will eventually become a master. If you keep doing it long enough, eventually you become a master, and eventually you'll become an expert and be able to be paid to do it. So I can look at myself and see, okay, what would I like to do if money was no object? If I had $10 million, if I had $1 million, I'd make movies. I would write movies. I would write comedies. I would make documentaries. I would make videos for the web, for commercial purposes, for fun. So, and I've been doing some of it. I've done a couple of little short comedies, done some web videos, but I wish I was able to do it more often. So, why don't we start by making these videos, see how they go, and then and see where it takes me. So there's a subscribe button on my channel. Add me and see what kind of videos I start putting out. I hope to do one of these like one a week. So if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Let me know. Comments, dislike, and yeah, let me know what you think. If you're in Calgary, let me know about your experience in Calgary. And if you're somewhere else where it's not -14, definitely let me know. I want to know how your day's going. That's it.